Hi everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading Multi-Character Listener by me. So let's get into it. Kokushibo. Kokushibo has his own opinion about everything, and he's firm about it. That doesn't mean that you have to share it, and he does not believe that. He believes that each person can be held to their own opinions, and that TV being in a relationship and sharing things, it did not mean that you had to agree on everything. It did not mean you had to listen to him either. He would just offer you advice, and that would be it, when something did not explicitly concern him. But sometimes he just had that urge to do something more, and maybe it would be one of those few times where he felt irrational. But what could he truly do if you were wearing something like this? After all, it's not every day that he sees you wearing a tight dress, and a very short one too. He keeps looking at you, trying to make sense of it, and then he gets the idea that he probably shouldn't be looking too much, and he looks away. It feels a little bit too rude. And besides, shouldn't he be a little bit more subtle about it, instead of looking at you straight like that? And you do notice. Obviously you do. You're no idiot. You can see the way his eyes linger on you. And you can tell that some thoughts are brewing within his mind. And only time will tell you, and Kokushibo too, what they truly are in the end. So as you're passing by him, he does let out those thoughts, in an honest and a firm voice. Wayan, that dress is too short. What? You say, pausing and turning to look towards him. He's blushing a little bit, with the way you're paying so much attention to him, but he's not backing out. What I'm saying is that the dress that you're wearing is too short. I don't like it very much. I know you didn't ask me, but it's kind of distracting to me, he says at last. And you find yourself giggling. Maybe had it been someone else saying this, you would have been offended and angry. But the way he says he was being distracted, well, that said it all to you. He was more worried about being distracted than the dress being too short. And maybe he was worried about others getting distracted too. You can't really blame him. So you kneel down, sitting beside him, and kissing his cheek gently. If you say so, Kokushibo, I'm not gonna say no to you. He's quite surprised. After all, he just expected to be commenting like that, without you changing your mind. But maybe you were just going to be kind to him today, and he was quite relieved for that. Muichirou is very, very careful with what he says. He never wants to upset you, and never wants to make you disappointed in him. So of course, he does not want to end up saying the wrong thing at the wrong time, and messing up your relationship, or the way that you see him. So he tends to be quite careful. But it wasn't like you were being careful at all. Wearing that dress in front of him, and being quite showy like that, it made him blush very brightly. But most importantly, it was quite a lot for him to process. He found himself looking at you as he passed him by, and maybe it was a little bit too obvious with it. He was not truly thinking clearly, or thinking at all, because you find yourself turning towards him and giving him a pointed glare. Really, Muichirou? You've been staring for quite a lot. I feel that, you know. He blushes, looking down. I didn't mean to, Ayan. You know I didn't. And after that, you let out a fallen sigh. You can't be mad at him, could you? I mean, isn't he just the cutest? And he knew that he had no ill intent behind the staring. He was just so distracted by you, as you could say. So you go over to him, wrapping an arm around him. Sorry, I shouldn't have snapped at you like that. I just meant, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Why were you staring so much? The dress. It's quite short, Ryan. I mean, you usually don't wear things like that. And do you like it? Or do you hate it? He fidgeted, blushing brightly. It's both, I think. Both? So you do hate it? Listen to me. It's not that I hate it. I hate what it does to me, Ryan. And what do you mean by that? I mean, it makes me so distracted. It's like I can't think properly. And I keep looking at you even if I don't want to. You know I didn't want to stare. But it's like it happened, and I couldn't look away. But I love it because it looks so beautiful on you. And you look so confident in it too. And I like that. It's the best thing I've ever seen. You find yourself melting with his words. After all, Muichirou has a way of saying things that just makes your heart melt and makes you feel like you're floating. Okay, I get you. That's fine, Muichirou. And I'm really sorry I snapped at you. Now come on, let me give you a little kiss. You murmur, kissing his cheek, while he just blushes and nods, wrapping his arms around you and bearing his face into your neck. He's just trying to get used to this. Be patient with him, and if he ends up staring when he shouldn't be, try to ignore it. Most of the time he will look away. He just has a late reaction to things, and that's why he was like this. He could be a really good fighter and react fast in battle, and yet you can always catch him off guard anyway. How ironic is that?